That's where you be doing all your shit.
Tired of recording rappers. I just don't like that shit, to be real.
Why don't you like recording rappers?
I just because they just take forever.
They take
you
forever?
Get in there, money's cool because you got to think a lot of rappers they'll come to you, record something, pay you, whatever, and then they'll come back maybe a week later. Oh, that was old. I don't even want to use it, and they'll just pay for some new shit. Oh yeah, I've seen it all the time, especially years ago. Like they would come, and mind you, if you're booking time, that means you should get in there and really knock shit out, right?
Right. Yeah.
Nah, hell no. They'll come and they'll take forever for one verse. You know what I mean? Even when I had my own studio, I would not get in that booth unless my verse is ready to go.
People got to start treating. I shouldn't say people. In my experience, some of the studios that I've went to, or most of the studios, I should say, that I went to, they treat their business like a restaurant in the sense of this is an establishment. We have an ambiance here. You can only get certain items on the menu. All that extra shit. That's cool that you want it.
Yeah.
Go over there for that. We don't do that. I mean, they say in a professional manner, but what's very difficult about and I recognize this, what's difficult about the studio business is it's creative. You're in a creative art form and everyone's process is different. People aren't necessarily clicking in their brain. I only have 2 hours to get this done.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of it is too, like, depending on where you're at. Like Merced, like, you know, some artists want to record, they want to do all that, but then you'd be like, oh, yeah. Like my guy Steadfast, they only charge $50 an hour mixing and mastering.
Shout out Steadfast.
Steadfast too, you feel me? And then some cats still, I'm like, yeah, I'll get you in over there, bro. 2 hour minimum, $100, mix, mastering, whatever you get in at that time.
Which is a great price, by the way.
Oh my, phenomenal. Dude, shout out Eli. Like, dude went to school for it, recorded people like Kaylani and people like that and shit. So, like, he knows what he's doing. Got a lot of dope equipment, but it's like sometimes, well, not all the time. If you're an artist, you got to put your money into it, whether if he's buying your own equipment or it's, you know, investing in beats or whatever. You have to spend money somehow.
You are the business.
Yeah, 100%.
It's tough to separate yourself because, like, I'm August Wild, right? But I'm August Wild, a person, and I'm August Wild as a business entity.
Right.
So if I put out, like, for example, that's a Jordan shirt that you're rocking. Jordan as a company wouldn't feel insulted if a shirt just didn't sell. Like, they didn't make their money back on that shirt.
Yeah.
They probably just go back to the drawing board like, okay, what do we miss?
What's next? Yeah.
And it's very difficult for us. I mean, I'll speak for myself. It's difficult in the beginning for me as an artist to be like, I put out the song, why don't people fucking with it? And you start making all these excuses, and they could be legit. It's the algorithm, it's this. I saw a clip, shout out to Russ, the rapper.
Russ, yeah. He helped Lil Russell.
Yeah, exactly. I saw a clip that said, hey, sometimes the song's just not that good, and it's hard for us to admit that. And when I hear him say that, I feel like maybe, I don't want to speak for him, I'll speak for myself. When I hear that, I don't hear the song is bad. I hear it's not good on the level that it needs to be to get the motion that you want.
Right, and I think promoting it and pushing it over and over again, because sometimes we'll put out a song, and I'm guilty of this shit. We'll put out a song, and we're like, yeah, that's a banger. And then you go to work on another project or something like that, and you don't stay with it. For instance, like, you know D-Lo, right?
Yeah, of course.
The NoHo song.
Yeah, D-Lo. You don't give a fuck about NoHo.
Bro was recorded originally in Atwater.
That's crazy.
And then took, you know, multiple years or whatever for it to like
actually
catch on, you know what I mean? And that's why I tell a lot of artists what's old to us could be brand new
to somebody else.
Like the last album on the Cameron Condo that I did, I got a song on there called "Get It on Camera" with my guy Aubrey. He's an R&B singer. The song is crazy. I put it out. What I did was I sent it to a bunch of females. It's the demographic. Like, it's called "Get It on Camera." Like,
right, yeah.
So I started sending it to a bunch of females, and then I'm like, you know what? Even though I put it in October 2025, 2026, I'm going to push this single
fully
till the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do it this time, because every other project where I had dope songs, like I had songs with D-Lo, Baby Gas, you name it, and then I put it out, but I didn't put the all into.
Yeah, you didn't.
You know what I mean?
Like
shoot the videos and the D-Lo video, I did shoot the video for it, but it was like, I was kind of that was kind of in my stages of evolving who I was going to be as an artist.
Right. Yeah.
Like you first, I'm sure like in the beginning, like you're rapping, but you're like, you got to find that voice, flow, style, how you're gonna.
Yeah, you're finding yourself.
Exactly.
It's only in our art form. I mean, maybe I just don't consume enough content, like podcast content from other genres, but it's only in our art form that I notice people will slight an artist, a rapper in particular, for like, oh, you don't know who you are. Like, you used to dress like this, now you're dressing like that. It's like, hey, he's an artist. Part of what we do is figure it out.
It's evolution. It's evolving. Yeah. It's staying with the test. Look at E40. He ain't rapping the same as he did with Sprinkle Me as he is now. Maybe he'll come back with certain flows or style. But as an artist, and I think this is one of the only genres where, oh, he's too old. Or he's, why is he still rapping? He shouldn't be doing that. Like, it's the only genre. Like other genres, they're gonna big up Kiss, or they're gonna big up Tom Petty, or I mean, I don't, Garth Brooks or whoever.
Nobody gives a fuck about that.
Yeah, when it comes in those, they don't care. They're gonna still go out and see him. Oh, they put out Kiss put out another album. Shit, we're going. Like with this genre, it's like. You get to a certain age, like, oh, they shouldn't be rapping no more. Like, why? But
the thing is, bro, we low-key do that to ourselves because I'll keep it a buck with you. When I first heard Yeah by Usher, and I don't know why I keep going to that as an example, but it's a major mainstream song. I didn't hear one person be like, hey, yo, how old is this guy? Because if he's a certain age, I'm not listening to it. Like, the average person don't care about how old you are until they start becoming a fan of you. And then it just depends on how you move. No one wants to hear a 58-year-old on a podcast talking about, the other day I was with this like 20-something. It's like, dude, like, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off.
Weirdo shit.
Yeah. But like, at the end of the day, you are the artist that you are. And once you get to a certain point business-wise, there's so many people attached to you that have a voice and a say. I don't even know what that's like. I couldn't even tell you or try to tell you on camera, but we had a whole podcast right there and not even introduce yourself, man. Introduce yourself to the people.
Oh man, it's your boy Gotm, man. Gotm Bellicheck, NowGen in the building. Appreciate you for having me, man.
Of course, man.
It's definitely was ready for this one.
Well, you know what? It's been a long time coming, and I played a song for you right before. Because you hit me up like, bro, like we're starting this new radio thing. I want to build to this moment.
Yeah.
But you are an entrepreneur in every sense of the word.
Appreciate that.
I want to know all the way from the beginning, how did we get to this point? So where are you from?
I'm originally from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Shout out Lanc City, you feel me?
Lancaster?
Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay, got you.
It's like about an hour and a half from Philly.
Okay.
From the city, though. A lot of people, when I say Lancaster, Pennsylvania, it'd be like, oh, it's Amish and shit. And I'm like, yeah, the outskirts. It's like, you know how you got Merced County?
Yeah.
So I'm from Lancaster City, then there's Lancaster County. But Lancaster is pretty much like Philly. You know what I mean? Like,
and what was it like growing up out there? How long you stay out there?
I stayed there till I was 20 and then moved to Cali. But shit, normal, I guess the hood shit was normal for me. Growing up, I played sports, basketball. I went to, community centers that kept me a lot, away from certain troubles that I could have got into in at a young age, and worked my way up as junior counselors, going to summer camps, and just trying to stay busy from the streets. Now, once I hit, 16, 17, it was
couldn't keep you out of it.
I always, fast forward to I was working in group homes and stuff, but I always tell people there's a time and place for everything, right? I used to go to the after school programs and shit and volunteer to help out with kids. And then after that, I was in the trap. You feel me? Like I was selling weed, and weed went to, and I'm not glorifying this shit. It's just
right. It's just part of your story.
To get money.
Yeah.
Went from weed to to crack, and then you got chill, bro. The feds are watching. yeah, that was
allegedly
long time ago.
Long time ago.
So So about, that was like 17, 18-ish or whatever. 19. So I had a warrant for something, and police got us. It was on some faulty shit. They were like, oh, we're going to get you for trespassing, even though, you see, buildings over there is like, my apartment was like on the 8th floor, you know what I mean? But we were in the parking lot and there's a restaurant on the 1st floor.
Yeah,
That's how East Coast is. You know, they got us for some trespass. They have a warrant. Anyways, my mom was tired of the bullshit, right? So she called one of my basketball coaches, and I ended up my junior year going to like a whole different city school, and you know, and that changed my outlook to be like, oh, there's way more shit than the hood. You know what I mean? I went to Buffalo, New York, got to see Niagara Falls, and you know, all that other shit, and then I didn't graduate high school till I was 20.
20, okay.
I was a knucklehead. I didn't.
Right.
It was
you
easy.
had a lot
I
of
was
shit
getting
going
in
on.
trouble. I was just in the streets. I was just trying to get money, single my mom by herself, trying to help her. So I'm working a damn near full-time job, trying to help her with bills and shit. And then 20 years old came, and it's funny because the online shit is different than it is now.
Right.
You just had dial-up internet. I guess I'm saying my age and shit right now.
Right.
Dial-up internet shit. My brother used to be in the chat room type shit, and he's like, "Get on here." I went in, and I thought the shit was
Get
whack.
on her.
Get on here, like these chat rooms, and one particular, I forgot the screen name of the girl, whatever. We started talking, and I was like, I was just gonna come out and visit. Been talking on the phone over and over and over. It ended up being my baby mama.
Oh damn! Okay.
I came out to Merced at 20, and with shit, just a suitcase,
What?
come to visit, and then I ended up staying. Yeah, man, and you know that particular, she became my baby mama now, ex-wife, and all that other shit, and I got here at 20, and then 21 I worked in group homes with kids for like almost 15 years.
Damn.
In Turlock, Merced, you name it. But I want to say 2010, 2011. I had a friend of mine that, I don't know if you're familiar with radio so much. There used to be a show, 92.5 The Bear Rocks.
Okay, yes, I do know that.
It's a rock station. It used to be a rock station.
Yeah.
Now I think they sold the channel, and it's like Spanish or some shit in Merced. But it was 92.5 The Rock. There's this dude named Mikey on there.
Okay.
Mikey Martinez. And I knew him through a mutual friend. Shout out to Cuzzo, Big Frank. He introduced us. We used to play cards. We used to do all that other shit. And then he introduced me to Mikey. When Mikey was working at the radio, he was a program director. He was everything over there at the Rock station. And they had brought him an opportunity and be like, it's like 2010, 2011. Brought him the opportunity to do a radio show, and he'd do whatever he wanted. So he built literally, bro, like a master bedroom in his house. It looked like a radio station.
Yeah.
He built that shit, and it looked like a radio station.
house.
In his house.
Damn.
So the concept was he changed his name from Mikey Martinez to Chewy Martinez. And I was one of the characters on the show.
Okay.
So it was called Chewy's World. And it was just funny shit. We'd be, topical football, sport.
Is that still something that you can find on the internet right now?
I don't know if any of that is still. I don't know if he put any type of things on YouTube and stuff like that. But I do know that he does probably has old stuff in the vault and stuff like that.
Right.
We used to have free balling Fridays. I don't know. It's
Friday.
Because I'm free, that
I know.
free balling. We used to have girls like call in and leave messages because we used to have this setup thing where they could call in. Like, we're free balling with you. Funny ass concept of shit,
Yeah.
And then it started getting bigger. Like, we got picked up in Monterey. There's a radio station called X 103.9 The Revolution. And it played hip hop, rock, and alternative.
Okay.
So it was more of like hip hop shit with me because I was always listening to hip hop. Like, so they picked us up over there, and then we would go over there and do remotes. Like we did this thing with Lupe Fiasco.
Like in the building, Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah. Like this is early radio shit for us. The Team, I think they were called The Team, hyphy shit, Kaz Kaiser and them. And we did a bunch of those type of things, and then we would do commercials and all kind of shit. And over there, once we got that show rolling, so basically it's kind of syndicating, like on radio. Like if you get picked up in multiple cities, that's kind of syndicated already.
Right, yeah.
But this guy Mikey at the time, and I said this a little bit in an interview before, but get real in depth with it. This dude Mikey came to me and other cats and was like, "Look, bro, there's no money in this shit, but if an opportunity comes, you take it, right?" Cool. All right, say less. This is just me learning the ropes of radio and music and just how to record, because how you record the radio show is kind of like how you record, like if you're on Pro Tools, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, so we got picked up in Monterey, and then I started doing commercials for them. Just random commercials, and then we would have to. We were obligated to do certain events, like we did the Super Bowl. We did a Super Bowl event when the year Prince did it. I don't even remember what year that was, but that was around the time. So then I got my own show called the 831's Most Wanted, and that show was just whatever the top of their charts was. I just pre-recorded it, put it out, and that was it. So then the second Super Bowl thing, because we were running this almost 2 years or something like that. Second Super Bowl, I can't remember who was after Prince. The dude Mikey that I was dealing with and shit, he just kind of lost his girlfriend, spazzed out, was just on some wild and shit. Like, dude,
so things were climbing up, and then
things were looking beautiful. Like the voice of being able to be doing the voice on radio and getting commercials, and I'm like, okay, I'm building this portfolio up. This is gonna look real good. Got my own show, and then he just spiraled downwards, like spiraled down. I'm trying to get him back up. He's gaining weight. He's just, all he wants to do is smoke weed. We couldn't even get a show done if he didn't get high. And I'm at this point, like, I'm who I am if I'm smoking or not. Like, could be funny, witty, whatever it needs to be. Let's get this done. And mind you, this is taking time away from my kid, my family. Right. I just had a daughter at that time.
How old were you at this time?
That was, if you're talking about 2011, 12-ish, whatever that was, like 31, 32. I'll be 46 in October.
Okay.
So, this is taking time away from shit. You know what I mean? And mind you, and I'm working till 10, 11 o'clock at night. I'm going to his studio, and I'm staying there till, 3, 4 in the morning.
Damn.
Just because he can't get his shit done, like his side of things. Like,
you're picking up the slack.
He was just being down. If I was too witty, we would be like, oh, let's do this over.
Right.
It was a lot of like weird shit like that. And I was just like, I need to stick to this because I know this can go somewhere for me. You know what I mean? I'm learning the ropes. It's like college, so to speak. But then I met this dude who he's half Indian, half Mexican. And anybody, if they're Indians and stuff, like half Indian, he's from Santa Rosa. This dude was getting like 60, 70 bands like every 3 months. She was some wild shit, bro. Yeah. Like wild shit.
That's a lot of money.
Man, I met him through my brother and someone else. Because at that time, I skipped a part. So he started wilding out on that. They fired him from the radio and everything.
This is Chewy.
This is the Chewy Mikey, yep. Okay, They fired him from everything.
Okay.
And I'm hitting the people up from the Monterey. Hey, what's up? Like, do I still get my show? And basically, they said, long story short, like, because you're with him, nah, you gotta.
So you all
that shit was done.
Damn.
No more radio station on either one. No more my show. No more none of that shit. Right.
So back to square one.
Yeah. And so he comes with me with this idea called IamRadio247.com, radio station that just plays, but he mainstream music and shit. Now I know that you can't do that shit legally. You can't just go and play
mainstream
fucking Jay-Z or whoever you want to play, like on a radio station, whether it be internet, whatever it may be. You can't do that, right? You got to count spins and all that other stuff. And so I was like, yeah, I'm with it, whatever. And he's like, create a show for you because you're more on the hip hop shit. I was like, cool. And that's when we created a show called The Hot Box. In the Hot Box at that time, I was playing anything that was fire, that was brand new. I would go on websites trying to find out that, Jadakiss just dropped some new shit. Nas just dropped, whoever. Download, new shit. And that's why I was the Hot Box. And then, but I still had a segment where I had sort of interviewing an independent artist. I had my man, shout out my man G.I. the General. He's from PA. He did shit with French Montana, Jadakiss, you name it, he's did it over there. Yeah. And he was like the first guy that I ever put on that. So what I did, I started burning CDs.
Okay.
I started going all the barbershop everywhere.
So you were a certified hustler.
Yeah. I was just handing out burnt CDs.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to my Hotbox show. And on Chewy's World, they were like, oh, we got to go buy nicknames. And at that time, they were like, oh, we'll be some childhood nickname because I walk with a limp. So they used to call me Penguino in the hood, right? Oh, Penguino, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went with that. And plus, it was a funny thing for like the radio. It was a quirky shit that, you know, and I already knew this would go well, right?
Right.
And I, Penguino, bitch. And you know what I mean? Shit
Penguino.
like that. Yeah. So, you know, so then I took that to the Hotbox shit, passing out CDs, everything like that. And the Indian Mexican dude got a hold of it. And he comes to my house and he's like, you know, I got money. I'm trying to invest in this. This is dope.
Right.
I felt like I was about to get a deal and shit. You know, I wasn't even rapping at the time.
Big money.
I was like,
I
was like, shit. And then I was like, okay, but you know what? To be fair, let me bring my dude Mikey into this shit and let's talk this out. Let's negotiate.
So even though Mikey was going through what he was going through, you still,
of course, 100%, because
that's your homie.
He brought me into the game and told me,
I respect
if
that.
If there's no money in it, but if the opportunity comes, take it.
Yeah.
Now, before I get to, you know, the dude, I forgot when I hit up the program director and stuff in Monterey and stuff. He had told me that actually the money for the commercials and my show, the 831, was going to Mikey. Oh, but I didn't get none of that bread.
I've seen this movie before.
Now, mind you,
yeah,
I still was like, you know what? It's going through some shit. Let me be that guy to like get him out the mud, so to speak.
Forgiveness.
And because when this dude came with all this money, I'm like, bro, this is gold right here. I bring them I bring them both to my house. And mind you, this dude is like, he was like a 500-600 pound dude. I can't make this up. Like, he's like Big Pun and shit. He comes to the house and he's just flaunting bread. He got bottles, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is like a movie and shit.
Right.
And Mikey comes in, and then we're like, hey, bro, this dude wants to invest in shit. Right away, Mikey goes, yeah, I'm in blase, but I want full control of everything because this is my shit. Like, meaning his equipment, his everything. I'm like, you want full control of everything? You just got somebody that's coming in here who wants to throw bands at us.
Right.
That's not how business works.
He's in control. Or partnership.
Yeah. We're gonna.
But you're not taking 100%.
Yeah, we know our end of things. Like, we know how to do the radio and all that. He's just a business. Obviously, he's gonna want to know where his money's going and all that. But when he said that, like, oh, like, I want full control of everything. But I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're bugging. So he leaves because I don't know if he felt, I don't know. He was, like I said, at that time, he was just on one. He leaves. The big dude goes, bro, what's it going to take for you to do it without him? I don't like him. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, whoa. I was like, had a thought about it. I was like, well, I don't have nothing. He has everything. I had just bought a house in Merced. And I had like a 3-bedroom and had a 2-car garage that was built on the side. And
was this if you don't mind me asking, this was your full-time job?
Doing no. At the time, I was doing the radio shit, and I was working in a group home.
Oh, that's right.
So I was still putting in.
So you're doing both.
10-hour days. Oh yeah, It was no sleep at those times. You know what I mean? Like I said, get off work at 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock, and I'm working till 3, 4 in the morning. I would go home, sleep for a few hours. You know, whatever. You can go to work.
The grind.
And then when my daughter was born a little bit after that, it was like, oh no, my ex-wife had to go to work or whatever, and I would have to be with her, so I wouldn't. Sleep was not,
right, non-existent.
Non-existent. But him telling me, like, and then he's like, "Well, what's gonna take you to do without him?" And I'm like, "Shit, I don't got nothing, bro." Like, he takes a stack. I think it was like 10 G's, and just threw it on the table and was like, is that enough? And I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
I'm like,
what is this blood money?
This is crazy. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get back to you. You know what I mean? So I hit up dude and I said, look, bro, you on one. This is an opportunity I'm taking. And I said, but once I build this shit up, I'm going to bring you back in. The dude's not going to say nothing because I know how to wiggle, right? So I'm like, and he just hangs up on me. And I reach out through Facebook, like, hey, bro, like, what? This is how you going?
Like, what happened?
I'm the one that stayed around you the whole time, even though you were crumbling. Left me on red. I was like, all right, cool, fuck it. I'm not going to keep reaching out to somebody who I got a game plan, and I always have a game plan. Like, this guy's about to give me 10 G's for equipment, you name it, blah, blah, blah. He already had equipment. So it would have been easier to just take that 10 G's and put it to other type of shit, whether it be promoting, whether it be, I don't know. You know what I mean? But
other shit.
Yeah, so he just left me on that. So I hit dude up like, hey, let's go. I'll do the hotbox myself. That was initially the plan. Just to get equipment to record a show called the Hotbox. And then so we go, I get the Mac, the skinny Mac. Top of the line Mac, top of the blue mic, the speakers, everything. All I did was look it up and it was like, oh yeah, this is what Dr. Dre uses. This is what he records on. Got it.
Run it.
All of it. We went boom, 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 set it all up. And at first I set it up in the like middle bedroom, but I was like, later on that shit was too small, and I'll get to that. But so I don't know if you ever heard of a dude named Sean B. He'd be somebody dope to get on here as well. Sean B's from shit. Shout out Sean B.
Shout out Sean B.
He almost got signed to Baby Bash and all this kind of shit.
Oh damn.
Sing, rap. He's dope.
Okay.
I believe he got a studio in Merced now too. But anyways, he came to the crib. My ex-wife's cousin too. He's like a Christian rapper. He came, showed me how to use Pro Tools and shit, because I didn't know how to use none of that shit. I kind of started geeking on my own, like, and they showed me shit and so on. Then I met my homie Meal Ticket, who was he was living like Merced Atwater area. He's dope too. He had his own label, and so we started linking and putting the pieces together. And I was like, well, shit. I started seeing people rap. I was like. And I never rapped before. I used to write little poetries and shit like that, but it was never like I wanted to rap. But then I got all this equipment. I'm just like, I'm not just gonna have a show. Like,
might as well make music.
I started hearing certain rappers out there in Merced, and I was like, oh, I could do this. Like, this show I could rap.
Right.
And then I started, fucking around with it and making little tracks and shit. It was trash. You know what I mean? Like, I could say that it was trash.
At least you're honest.
100%. And then, so I started, and the first rapper I ever met, his name's Trife the Great. He's from Merced. The album's called Lord of the 209, whatever. I met him. He was dope. But at that time, I was only doing radio. And there's another dude named D-Fine he's from the Bay, but Turtle Rock and all that. So I started interviewing these type of rappers and doing that shit. But then I was like, oh, I'm gonna start rapping. Like, this is it. Like, and then I'm gonna start looking for talent. And then the first dude that actually, his name's Shorty the Kid. He don't rap no more and shit, but shout out him. He was like the first artist that I was like, I got a studio, bro. I'm gonna put you on. Oh, and with the dude that he's so I'm Puerto Rican mainly, but my mom is mixed and she has Native American in her. And then the dude that I was doing business with, we decided to start this shit called Native Movement, ENT. Native meaning like we're here in Merced, but Native American type shit.
Yeah.
That was the first name, first label, first thing that we put together. Like, oh, it's gonna be Native Movement ENT. And then so I got put Shorty on, Shorty the Kid, and there's another dude named Get Down the Great. He was from LA, but then he was in Merced and dope rapper too. And then Johnny Boy came along. Johnny Boy came along, and then it was kind of a just everything from there. Like, I moved my studio into the 2-car garage. We built like the thickest booth I ever seen. Soundproofed it. Like, you could put a band in that bitch. Like, I had couches. I had the whole 9 in there, and I literally lived in there for years. It was go to work, come home.
Go to work, come home.
Studio. And it was just perfecting the craft of mine, and not only mine, but helping the artists too. We used to have shit called hook nights, where all we did was hooks.
That's it. We just go and make choruses.
Make hooks.
Yeah.
And then go back to those songs later on and write lyric bars to it. That's why I still think to this day, I can rap for sure. But I believe my hooks is where it's at, because just repetitively, just hook nights. And so, so it was a Native Movement first. I started getting, so the first show I ever went to, I went by myself. It was at a strip club in Merced. It was called, La Cascada. Right? Strip club. Notorious Merced. If you're from Merced, you remember that place. That place done got shot up and all kind of crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
But my homies, Central Valley Stunners, shout out Central Valley Stunners, Asian cats, bro. I never seen, still to this day, never seen nobody move as much as they move with amount of people. Like we used to have shows in Modesto, they would come 50, 60, 70 deep. Like this is no bullshit.
Yeah.
They had a buzz that big, like, and they had an album, they had a mixtape release party, and I went over there, and that's how I met my man Meal Ticket and other people, and just networking by myself. Like, yo, I'm do this, I got studio, link up, and so the footwork was me by myself at first, and then just getting my name out there and all that other stuff. Then there was another club in Merced. Shout out Big Gabe. This dude was like he was like a promoter or whatever, and I started like I just wanted to know every side of the game, whether it be promoting, engineering, rapping, you name it. I wanted to. How does this work? How are they doing this in Merced? How are they doing that? So Gabe was bringing certain artists and stuff like that, and they ended up bringing Baby Bash to Merced.
Oh shit!
And I remember that was like one of my first big shows or whatever in Merced. They had the DJ booth high up top. The stage was pretty fucking dope, and he hits me. He's like, "Yo, you want to go?" Because I don't know if he had a car there at the time, whatever. He's like, and I had 300 rims and all that other shit. So like, yo, you want to go pick up Bash from the hotel? So we go pick him, like, and we were driving him through Merced like it's a fucking parade. It was hilarious.
So you picked up Baby Bash? Yeah,
we picked up Baby Bash. Not in my car. We just met him.
Oh yeah,
and it was just fresh for me putting out my first like few songs, and I was like, hey, I'm an artist, man. You got any kind of advice? Oh, nephew. He's like I call him the Mexican Snoop. That's how he talks. Yeah. And so we brought him to the club. He did his thing, and then we were negotiating on. Well, they were to bring E40. Oh shit. To Merced, to that same spot. So the word gets around, and right away, this dude that threw all that money on the table. And mind you, I told him, hey, bro, like, what do you, maybe getting taxes and getting money. Like, I was like, what do you want, bro? Do you want the money back, or how you want to do it? Oh, no, just put it into the business. What you got going on? Cool, say less. Come the years, the 40s coming to Merced. And I was like a heavy drinker too. I didn't start knowing all this shit till like after doing business and shit. Like they just blow through money. And I'm like, it's not good business. Like, just because you have it don't mean you got, Right. So I'm eating dinner with family at the time, and I get a call like, oh, so y'all fucking open up for E40, when I'm gonna get some money? I'm like, you open up for E40? That's not how this game works. Like, right. Even if we are opening up for E40, we don't get no money for it. Like, that's just an opportunity. And then we had words back and forth. So I'm like, you're not gonna talk to me in front of my family, like, and I'm out here doing this, and I'm the one shaking and baking all this shit. You're putting in the work. Yeah, you're not doing nothing. And I offered you money already. Like, we're not gonna do that. So then he's like, well, how much was this and that? And I told him it was like a computer. He's like, well, just pay me for that and we'll be good. I was like, you fucking get it when you get it. Hung up on him. And then, long story, he was kind of still fucking with my brother at the time, but then he fled back off to Santa Rosa, and I just haven't heard from him since then. Ever since then. Yeah. And around that time, Johnny Boy he started cooking. He had a song called Thank God for the Weekend. It was more on like that, like, you're a jerk. Like, that type of swag that was out at that time. Like, he had a song called that, Thank God for the Weekend. And then he really came into himself, he had a shit called Ratchet Party. And that shit blew up. Nuts. Said, like, the video was insane. It was at somebody's crib, empty pool. There was like hundreds of people at the house, and D-Lo was even there on a megaphone, and it just went crazy. So, now, mind you, we're still Native Movement at the time, but Johnny Boy was merging into he had a little squad, because I told him, you need something like Wiz has Taylor Gang, because Johnny loved Taylor at Wiz at that time and all that. And I was like, yo, you need your Taylor Gang or your shit like that. So that's when they created NowGen, which stands for Now Generation. So we're always in the now, never in the past. Like, we're always what's going on. I like that. And then, so, and at that time, like, I was booking every single show that we would get, like whether it be Modesto or whatever. Your boy Adrian, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, Hot 147. Your boy Adrian was pivotal in our shit. Like, your boy Adrian took a liking to Johnny, and then he was just, you know, every time I hit him, like, yo, we want to get on. And at that time, it was rappers like, excuse me, it's like Make It Slap. If you heard them, they're from Merced. They had a nice little buzz at that time. Money Boy Vicious, Supplier.
Remind us, what year is this?
Oh, bro, like 13, 14-ish or 12, 13-ish, around that time.
Okay.
Like, this is a while back. Like, those guys were...
But this is a lot of stuff that happened essentially in like 3 years.
Yeah, no, for sure. Once I got the equipment from him and we started cooking, it was like I was trying to do shows all the time. Like, whatever show we could take, I would do it. And Adrian was big with that because, you know, he was bringing everybody to Modesto to the sports bar. Right. And it's not sports bar no more. I think it's called Bodega something, or it's way smaller now too. But we opened up for Mr. Fab and a bunch of YG one time. Johnny Boy opened up for YG there. Krayshawn, you name it. That was early ones.
Damn, these are some names.
Oh, yeah, we were just like, whatever. Even if I had to get off tickets or pay, or Adrian would just put us on because he was fucking with us. And so that was a big plug for us. Like, and then he seen, like, we would always be on time. We were grinding to get somewhere. And then my man Define would put us on shows too. Like, bro, I can say that in that early stage, opened up for like Lighter Shade of Brown, fucking from to like I said, Mr. Faz, the YGs, to Krayshawn's, to it was just, you know,
a different mix.
It was just such a different mix, but we would take it because we were like, you know what, like, fuck it. This is our experience on the road. Fridays, Saturdays, and sometimes Sundays. We were doing shows, like, and this was every weekend type thing. Like, we were not. It was a nonstop thing. Right. So Adrian, you know, was putting us on shit. Then I just started reaching out to a bunch of other promoters. One thing I feel now is that there's not as many opportunities as it was then. There was tons of promoters doing shows and bringing artists and bigger artists and having people open up and stuff like that. A lot of them. So I have been to, you know, to like border of California and like hella far to do shows with Beta Weeda. We've done big festivals, Too Short, E40, you name it. But around that time, though, with Adrian, a lot of the artists started falling off that were like native movements. So I told Johnny, I was like, let's just pivot this strictly to let's just be NowGen. Right. Your shit's cooking, it's bubbling. I'm smart enough to know that this is what needs to be. And there was a few artists that was already there on Johnny's team. They were like, let's just pivot to this. Like, and then sure enough, that's what we did. And then that's when we got into like, oh shit, well, let's do our own shows and shit. Like, we're like, let's just do our own shit. You know what I mean? Right. And this was like 2014-ish, maybe, at the base in Atwater. We did our first Now Fest, and like, it was just all independent artists. Yeah. And then it snowballed to, you know, us learning the business and bringing, you know, sponsors and the shit that we were doing before. We were paying for everything. We didn't know the game. Like, you can go grab sponsors. You can go do this. You can go do that. And then 2016 was the first when we did Now Fest, the first year at the fairgrounds with who did I tell you? Nvsty Pharaoh. Jay Stalin, D-Lo, Roach Gigs, Ezel. Damn. Remind us, because I want to be sure the people listening are following along. You're cooking right now. Where specifically is this at? Is this the same location? This is at the fairgrounds at Merced. Okay. The very first one, that was just independent artists. It was at it was a Maria's Taco Shop at the base in Atwater. Right. And who's fronting all this money to get these people? It's just the fairground, the city of Merced? So for the 2016, when we brought D-Lo and all them, like, our biggest like investor was Maria's Taco Shop.
Okay.
Because there was a dude that was rapping with us named Cheyenne. And his pops, they own taco shops and all that other stuff. And
so they put the money up, put their taco shop at the venue.
And then they were selling. Then they had their own food truck there, and they were selling food. And so, two birds, one stone. They was eating off that too. And around that time, was it around that? No, was it 2017? We did it. So yeah, 2016 they were our biggest. But we went around. We got sponsors from. Off Tony Sellier, Tres Hermanos is a meat place in Paws and Merced. We got different sponsors and things like that, but the main one was it was Maria's. Like they put up a nice little change, and then we did that, and it was a success. Like it was like shout out my man Braden. He's like a teacher now or some shit. He did a vlog for us, and he was like, it was dope how he put it together because it was family oriented, even though we brought a bunch of rappers and stuff like that. Like we had bounce houses, face painting. It was an all day music festival, food vendors, like you name it. We tried to add it. And then 2017 is I believe it was 2017. Yeah. I went into the radio station for Hot 104.7 for I believe one of my homies pops passed. Oh shit. And I know when it comes to radio, like and all that, they'll do like free commercials for like if you're gonna do a car wash, you're gonna do so. I never knew it. I found out, and then so I went to talk to him. He used to be a sales rep, and at that time he was a program director. So I knew him for years. Shout out Damien, Hot 104.7. So I go in there and I'm like, hey, can you all do this? And he's like, yeah. And then me with my experience of doing that radio for so long, I was just like, fuck. I said, hey, man, Hot 104.7, you guys aren't tapped in with these independent artists. You're not even really playing, like, even artists from out here that's popping like that. Like, I don't know if you remember that song with Filthy Rich and I Am Sue, To Make a Living one. Get this money into. Like, that song, I was like, you ain't even playing none of this stuff. I was like, what if I put together a pilot for a show, and I already had the Hotbox in mind, like, what if I just put that together and bring it to you and see if that's cool? You can pitch it and see, let's talk money or whatever. And he was like, yeah. And I couldn't believe he told me, yeah. I was like, what the, this is crazy. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm juiced. Boom. I leave. And at that time we had your Merced Street News. You heard of Merced Street News?
Yes.
So that's what he is. That's what he's doing. Oh, it was him. That's him. That's what he. No. That's what he's doing now.
Oh, got you. Okay.
But we were doing a thing in Atwater at this spot called Guzman's Bar and Grill. Like he linked that. He got that thing where we were bringing artists and the Barrel Room in Atwater too. We brought like Keith Sneak, D-Lo, all them. I would host all these damn events, by the way, too. And no, before that, though, I had to mention my dude. His name's Big Twin. He's a promoter, too. He put us on a lot of shit, too. Like, he put me on hosting and performing, and he did a lot of us for that 2015, 16-ish around Realms. But then the radio shit, we had those shows at Goose and then Atwater with Street News, but he went by Mr. Uno because he was rapping then. So I linked with him and said, look, boom, this is what I got. We're going to do this shit called the Hotbox. Just going to bring it back. It was my show anyways. Like, so then we started the Hotbox radio show on Hot 104.7. They was charging us $500 a week to be on. But see, the thing was they were giving us an hour-long show. But in the beginning, they were putting us on midnight to 1 a.m. So then they kind of knew what they was doing, but it was independent. I was like, bro, it's got to be the first show for sure, probably in the Val 209 that was nothing but independent artists. But we controlled that whole hour, commercials, you name it.
Everything is yours.
So our sponsors, we had sponsors that helped us pay for it. Not all, but helped us a lot. So we had that. And then we had commercials that ran through the radio 24/7.
Okay.
That was our bread and butter because
that's how you get the money.
We would even put our sponsors in that commercial.
Right.
Like it'd be like noon, but the commercial would come on. Hey, make sure y'all tune into the Hotbox. It would be me. Make sure y'all tune into the Hotbox every Sunday from midnight to 1. And shout out our sponsors, Maria's Taco Shop, Tony Sellier. So we were shouting out our sponsors on those commercials. That was kind of our bread and like. That's how we were able to like use package deals and get our sponsors and shit like that. So, and we were running that. Planning 2017 Now Fest, which was the Sage of Gemini, SOB, Filthy Rich, RJ, Mr. RJ.
Right, yeah, I remember RJ.
It was Stevie Joe from Livewire. Like it was an insane lineup. So I had that. I'm doing mixtapes. I'm doing our own. We're performing at other shows as well. Still, it was so insane around that time. Like it was like it was a blur to an extent.
I was gonna say this is a great story.
Yeah.
It sounds like a blur. I have so many questions going through my head, especially as an artist on the come up myself. I start wondering, like, what conversation led to what? I start thinking about the minute details.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, when you're an artist, and not to interrupt your story, but when you're an artist coming up, when I watch podcasts or interviews, artists gets asked, man, so how'd you do it? And they're like, yeah, you know what? Like, I was going to this studio, then one day I met Dr. Dre. It's like, no, bro, there were a lot of steps in between you meeting, going to the studio and Dr. Dre. When I say nitty gritty, no pun intended, shout out Nitty. When I say nitty gritty detail, I mean like, okay, what was your work-life balance? Where specifically, not your address, but where did you live? What were the things that you said that make people get to that point? So for your story, what I'm curious about, because we're at 2017 now, right?
Yeah.
So I hate to say this. I was almost a decade ago. It's crazy to say that.
Yeah. It's
so
insane.
Is this story building to 2026? Like,
yeah,
shit. I'm like, damn, we're barely getting started.
Yeah. No, and I would say people even around that time, like, how y'all be getting all these shows and all that? And I literally be like, it's just reaching out to the promoters. If the word no just means next opportunity.
But real quick, how do you know where to find legit? Because some of these promoters just be scammers.
Oh, we got played a few times.
Oh, okay.
Like social media for the most part, or word of mouth to other promoters. Like, you know, shout out my dude Adrian or Twin. They all kind of knew each other at some point, and I'd be like, oh, well, this dude's throwing some shit over here. Go holler at him. But there was one time where we thought we were going to open up for Wiz was on tour, and it was we even had the flyer. It was kind of dope. And
y'all thought we were gonna open
I sent the money to the promoter. It wasn't crazy. It was like 200, 250 or some shit like that. Sent it to him, and then ended up finding. We got played for that bread.
Damn.
But that's just you learn from that, and then we never moved that way again.
Bro, those people play a dangerous game.
No, 100%. And you're gonna just fuck somebody over for like $100 or $250 or whatever. Like,
some people will die over that money though.
Yeah, no, facts. And we were pissed off about it, but it was just like. And at that time, everybody knew that we were constantly doing shows, and was it around that 2016, 17 time where, oh man, Rico the manager, shout out that guy too. He was managing some artists, and he was throwing like big shit too. Like Turlock used to have this thing, Summerfest. Like it was YG. We didn't open up for that one, but we actually did. It was around that 2016, 17 time too. We opened up for Ray Shrimmer. They had Ray Shrimmer at Turlock Fairgrounds. It was Ray Shrimmer. I don't know if you remember a group called Kalen and Miles. They were kind of like...
Bro, you know their song, Dun 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 Dun. What is that song called?
They're like one of the biggest ones.
You turn me on.
Yeah.
Trampoline.
Yeah.
Bro, so I remixed that. This is not about me, but I'm gonna make it about me anyway. In college, when I was rapping, people did not want to hear my solo shit at the time.
Okay.
And so what I learned was if I put my verse on, I learned this in 2014. I put a verse on Tinashe's 2 On.
Okay.
And I had some homies.
Yeah, I know a couple people that did that.
I had some homies like it. So I was like, wait. I'm going to hook people in with remixes.
Facts.
And so at the time, I had made a remix to that Flow Rider song, Welcome to My House.
Yeah.
And that shit got 10,000 plays locally, which at the time meant that was a lot. And it was on Spotify or nothing. It was on not SoundCloud, the other Audio Mac. Audio Mac. And so I said, bro, I gotta do this again. And the second I heard dun 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 dun, I was like, I knew I gotta do this.
It's familiarity, right? Like that's why when people even some of the bigger artists, whatever, they'll bring back old beats or old samples and shit because they're familiar with it, so they're gonna tune into it more. That's what I believe, and I've done that. I've done cover songs, and I did a whole mixtape called "Cover Me, I'm Going In." And I had a military dude look like it was crazy. Yeah, we went down that route, but yeah, we opened up for Bow Wow and Turlock, 2 Chainz and Tulare. RJ was there. He came out like he was glowing and shit. Crazy. Crazy. That was when we was super cooking, like that 15, 16, 17, 18-ish, because the radio was still going on and all that other shit. And then around that time, I had both hips replaced.
Hips replaced.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be sure I heard that correctly.
Yes.
You said both hips.
Yeah, I'm robo shit out here now, like the titaniums and shit. At that time, so then they had, obviously they did one, and then 6 months later did the other one. So I had to learn to like basically like walk all over again.
Damn.
And then I got my weight. My weight got crazy, and then now I lost over 100 pounds. I go to the gym every day. I have to now.
How long ago was that?
The hip replacement shit, probably like 8 years, 8 years ago.
Okay, so this
maybe
is
9 years ago. This is like
2018.
It was around that time. Yeah, it was like we were cooking, and they were like, now you need to get these surgeries, and I was like, shit. I was like,
did that change everything?
Yeah, a lot. Well, because a lot of shit slowed down. Well, good thing though. So I would say, and then what happened was like I had lost my job in the group home shit. But I was gonna quit it anyways because I was like, I just want to try to see if I can go full speed with this music shit. Take the 401 that I had and in that group, in that job, and to just
pay the bills.
You know what, fuck it, let's just go full steam with this music shit. I was tired of doing that, and shit. And I ended up. I was going back east, selling pounds and shit. Anyway, to just get some money to maintain shit, and because of the hips and shit, I really wasn't going to be able to work or whatever have you. And then came back, and what was great is that Johnny was one of the only ones that picked everything up. Like Johnny was the dopest artist, period, on stage. You name it, singing, rapping.
Johnny did it. Yeah,
Johnny Boy, top of the business and shit. He basically took and ran everything with it at that point. Like, he was booking the shows. He was booking his own shows. He was doing everything. He was recording. He just basically was like, I got this shit, basically. You know what I mean? So it gave me the room to, like, I was still dibble-dabbling in the music shit, but I was really focused on trying to get this bread so we can make shit happen.
Right.
And, back and forth to the East Coast I call it the concrete jungle because it's especially in this city, it's like, it's real congested.
Right.
It's nosy shit.
Of course.
My sister's crib ended up getting raided at that time. They didn't find nothing, but thank God, because I don't know if I had that intuition
thank God.
to just get rid of shit, because in PA, every pound is a year. It was insane. Like, a year for a pound of weed is wild.
Right.
That was like 8-9 years ago. So, but then I was like, nah, I can't be doing that shit. I'm already like in my 30s, and I got my kids, and oh shit.
Speaking of.
I don't know who that is. And then I was like, nah, I can't be doing that shit. So I came back, and I was like, and this is why I called the Camry condo, because
Camry condo, I like that.
Yeah. I'll break that down. Like, my first album was Humble but I Am Cocky. That was like the first album I did around that 2016-ish time.
Right.
But so I was in 2017. I came back, and I was like, I'm not doing this shit no more. Like, I need to figure some shit out. Like, what I'm gonna do. And so my man's homie started. He had a weed sesh. Like, you pay $5 to get in. Like something like Drew be doing.
Right. Yeah.
And so I was a security guard. I was butting. I was fucking doing
all
everything.
that.
I was cooking. I was doing all. He was paying me like $100 every night, whatever happened. So I was doing that, and on top of getting my health and shit back together. And we were still trying to push the hot box shit, but that was kind of falling off a little bit at that time too. And I had met my lady at the time. So this is like, we've been together about a little over 9 years. But I was staying on my brother, but I was literally on the floor of my nephew's room at the time. So I had lost basically everything.
Yeah.
And I like talking about this shit because a lot of times rappers want to be like,
Everything is great,
money, and we out here, we're balling, and there's no like, give them the reality of shit. You know what I mean? I was literally sleeping on the floor in my nephew's room for a couple years while I was still working and all that other shit. But me and my brother, at one point, me and my brother had gotten into it, and I had my lady's whip, but she was living with her mom at the time. And so obviously I can't go stay over there. So I was literally sleeping in her car for a little bit.
The Camry condo.
So I was like, and it, and that was pieced up because I barely put that shit out like 2025. But yeah, so I was still had access to the studios and all that, but I was just like focused on, because life's
right.
And I was still focused on getting the life together, and I started, like I said, I was doing the sessions. Money was alright, it was cool, whatever. But then I started working in the dispensary. That was the golden ticket right there, because I remember filling that out on Indeed, getting a phone call from my ex boss from the group home shit, like, "Oh, my brother's the GM."
Oh shit!
What? Shout out Val too, like he's
life changing,
big reggae guy, life changing shit. Because I was like, "Oh, I need that." And I went to the interview. And then got in the interview, I was like, yeah, I do X, Y, Z, music,
ABC,
I do this, and and they were like, hey, we didn't expect this from a, interviewing somebody, and they were like, oh, do you want to just be a manager? I was like, no, I just need to get my foot up in the door, you know what I mean? And then now I've been there 6 years already.
There you go.
Helped me. And I'm making great money as a supervisor, because when it was Manzanita first. So it was a small company, but their raises were incredible. You know what I mean? So, and then now it's a corporate company, Nectar. They're dope too, because they give insurance to part-time people. It's a dope job. But I was getting paid so much for Manzanita that it was great when it rolled over. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and now I'm a supervisor over there, and like I was telling you, I do the Nectar Cares thing, and we get back to community. We do toy drives, and it helped me just build everything all the way back up again.
So I have to know. I have to know real quick. First of all, how did that feel to go from you had all this going on to like everything's slowed down? What was the feeling like?
Yeah, it was. It was in the beginning. It was the depressing situation to lose everything, because it was my decision to leave my ex-wife and that situation, and part of it, big part of it was me. You know what I mean? Some dudes, when they break up, they want to put it all on that one, the other person. But a lot of it was me and shit I was doing, and not anything like. Because I would still do the music shit to the T, but I never missed anything from my kids or family functions or you name it, whatever. I still did that. It was just our relationship.
Right.
And then I was like, I decided this is not.
It wasn't for
my
you.
kids don't need to see what's, our issues and problems, so it's just better to do that. So being that, I basically knew, oh shit, because she had a great job. She was doing whatever. She had a spot. I gave, I lost everything, not her. She, so... Yeah, to lose all that, I was pressed for a little bit. But I always, when people say stress and shit like that, right? And I always used to have this mentality of like, I don't believe in stress, because you only can do what you can do in a day, and that's it.
Right.
That's how I feel. Like, depression's real though. Mental health is a big thing. And I speak on
depression.
that a lot.
I was diagnosed with it 2014.
Yeah,
not 2014 when I was 14.
Yeah. See, and working in the group homes and all that, you see it, and it's a fight every day. Because even now, there's some days where I feel like sometimes I don't even want to get out of bed today, or whatever.
Yeah,
get your ass up. You got the gym, you got the studio, you got this, you got that.
A lot of shit to do. Yeah,
I'm doing the interview, then I'm going and we're shooting our first episode for the Hot Box.
Okay,
tonight.
Hell yeah.
So it's a constant battle, but and us as men, like it's like years ago for sure it wasn't talked about. It's a beautiful thing now that people are starting to speak on it, and like depression is real, and you can get like that, and some people don't know it. Like you might not feel it, but if you just sleep all day, that's depression, bro. That's like, you know what I mean. So, and
not showering, not eating as much,
those type of things, and And I would be in my head for a while, but then what big time helped me is the gym, working out and getting that shit going. And because even at one point when I was working at the dispensary, I was fat as shit. You know what I mean? And I lost over 100 pounds.
I love your honesty.
Yeah, no, it's just facts. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, people need to, see the journeys, and depression is real. No matter how big of artists they are, they have it. They have that depression as well. So yeah, definitely went through the depression thing, and but quickly had to know I had to like get back on it. Like, pause. And then when I got the group, when I got the sets job, that really sparked it for me, because he was doing Taco Tuesdays, and I'm talking 500-600 people. It was crazy in Fresno.
Right.
And then he started doing it on Wednesdays, and then Fridays, and then Saturdays, and so I was getting money.
So that really changed your life.
Yeah.
It brought you back. It brought you back.
Yeah. And then the dispensary really did it. You know what I mean? So, and I worked my way up into that. Some people just don't want to
put in the work
when they
again.
fall off, they think they need to start off at this point. Nah, you need to, wherever you can get it, and then work your way back up to that. It's just life. Like, my homie, shout out my man Ralph in PA, like, because I told you I'm moving back in June.
Right.
And he's like, and I already got a bunch of places I can go. I'm gonna stay with my parents to build it, and I got jobs lined up, and you name it. It's not like I'm going on there blind. But he's like, I'm telling him, like, I was like, yeah, I got a lot of shit though. You know what I mean? Clothes, sneak, nah, fuck all that, sell all that shit, and just you can restart over here. I'm like, I'm restarting, but I'm not fucking getting rid of a lot of my shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's just to take the leap and to do it, because for me, I believe that there's no growth in comfort. If you're comfortable, how are you going to grow, or how are you going to evolve into something if you're not trying something?
There's also no growth in ego.
Facts.
So, like, people take their wins. I feel like I say this damn near to everybody. I tell somebody, hey, do you think Tom Brady, LeBron James, any of the greatest to ever do it, do you think when they look at their tapes or their games, they look at everything that they ever did right and say, yeah, look at what they might look at a few things, right? But I feel like the best of the best look at everything that they did wrong. And the reason that they're the best is because they might have did 10 things wrong, and then they watch it, they study it, now they do 8 things wrong, and 6 things wrong, 3 things wrong, and now it's like that's why they're great. So you're right, there's no growth in like being complacent or just like chilling. There's also no growth in, hell yeah, y'all see this? Hey, y'all see that I got 10,000 streams? Hey, look, I got 10,000 streams, because that's cool. I don't want to take that from nobody. But you're going to hang on to that for so long. It's like, hey, 6 years ago, I got 10,000 streams. Yeah. Like, 6 years ago, my guy? Yeah. Like, I felt weird talking about that I got 10K streams on that Flow Rider remix. That was 2016, bro. Yeah. Like, I feel weird saying that.
French Montana said it in that recent song that he got out. He said, I ain't come this far to come this far.
Real shit.
Right? You know what I mean? And for me, I can take something from anybody, whether it be a bum that says something to me. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm like? You could get knowledge from anywhere. I'm going to take knowledge from anybody and learn from what they did right or what they did wrong. And because I tell people all the time, if you still have the same mentality or move the same way you did at like 15, 19 as you do in your mid 30s, you just wasted. You fucked up somewhere. Years of it. And I'm glad that's how Johnny is, the way how humble he is with shit when we meet people, and I'm still amazed that when I see people and they're like, oh, what's up, Gotm? Even though I might not know them. Right. And I'd be like, oh shit. You probably met so many people. How you doing, bro? Yeah. Like in Merced, it happens a lot. Atwater, time to time. A couple times in Turlock, I've been in Turlock. I'll go to eat at Texas Roadhouse or something, and they'd be like, what's up, Gotm? And I'd be like, I don't even know who that is. But I always be like, hey man, how you doing? Yeah, like, it's love. Because like, that's a beautiful thing to get for people to acknowledge it, because sometimes in our realm of what we do, it's a small music community. I told a former coworker of mine, I told her that I was like, this music scene is what it is. Mm-hmm. Like when we throw shows in Merced, the same crowd predominantly is coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's not like. It's like I said, it's believe it when they see it. Like I told you with the Mally show, like when I was going to his shows at the lake, it was cool. It was a dope vibe, all that other shit.
Yeah.
But then after Super Bowl, and Russell comes to Merced with him, and they do it at the Manger, sold out. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but it's a beautiful thing that they're supporting them. But it's like, it's a small town thing. It's like,
believe it when they see it type shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ironic because in order for you to see it, someone else has to see it. So one of y'all got to take the risk.
And then why can't it be? I just like this dude. I'm gonna go support him, or I like her. I'm gonna go support her.
And support is free to cheap. I'm not telling nobody to buy the merch, the CD. Buy what you want.
Just stream it.
Just do something, please. Because
facts.
You never know. I tell people, I feel like the music business is low key the lottery business because you never know what piece of content, what interview, or what song, whatever the fuck. You never know which one that ends up changing your life.
Because we've done songs, and Johnny does this a lot because he's just crazy with it. Yeah. Like Johnny will play around and and make a song, and it becomes fire, and people are like, yo, that's the one. I got this song on I put it out as a single a few years ago. It's called Fire. And Johnny's on the hook. And Johnny was like, he's singing on the hook. It's about smoking weed. And that shit became one of the ones where, yo, you got to perform that shit. And I performed it at my birthday party shit. Like did a mashup of a bunch of shit that we've done, in the past. But as it goes back to what I was saying too, is about like what's old to us could be new to somebody else because
I wish artists knew that. I kept saying that to themselves.
Because it's quality over quantity, right? You constantly, and it's cool if you could do this. And you could just spew out music just nonstop, and you're putting 10 albums out a year, or you're doing all
more power to you.
More power to you.
Yeah.
But now you're getting your shit watered down to what do you want your viewers or your fan base to actually pay attention to? Because they have to grasp some type of song that they really like from you, right?
Right.
And if you got 50 songs a year, what are they really going to be like? Go to. That's why, like I told you, that Get It On Camera song. I just want
to focus on that
whenever
one.
And that's why I tell a lot of artists this too. If I'm making a post on social media, I don't give a shit what it is. I put my music.
Yeah.
Because that counts to like the streams and those type of things. And because there'll be people that'll be like artists and they're going to put Jay-Z or they're going to put E40 or they're going to put this. Why don't you put your music there?
Because again, it goes back to I want people to like my stuff because this is a trending sound right now.
Yeah, but I'd rather you like my post with my music on it.
I'd rather get 3 genuine likes than fucking 3,000 because I
put tell me when to go with it or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
which is cool. But
there's certain ones like my daughter's like graduation or something. I put Nicki Minaj like moment for life or those type of songs or whatever. But for the most part on my stories, like I just put a flyer up for my job on 420. It's gonna be 50% off the whole week, and I put the song with me and Slow Burn. It's called I Be Smoking.
Right.
I'm not gonna put no other. You know what I mean?
I Be Smoking.
I'm not gonna put Cypress Hill or anything. I'm putting my song so that a bunch of people are gonna look at the Nectar flyer and be like, and they're gonna view it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that's one thing with artists kind of kills me sometimes. Like, you're an artist, put your music.
I think. You know what it is? Because I agree with you with the 50 songs a year thing. I feel like my approach. I mean, I'm still an upcoming artist, so I can't sit here and tell you that it works.
Yeah.
My approach in the very beginning, because I've been doing music for 17 years, but my approach 3 years ago when I started taking it seriously, I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a lot of music and I'm not going to promote it as much. I'll post about it a couple of times. I knew that was wrong. My thought process was I'm getting better. And once it gets to the point I'm at now, we're going to push the music and we're going to run whatever ads or whatever the case may be. People are going to discover that. Then they're going to go to my catalog. Right now, I think I'm sitting at almost 7 hours of music at the time this drops.
Damn.
7 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Because my thought is you might dislike, there's no way you dislike every single song unless you just don't like hip hop. There's no way someone can dislike every single song for 7 hours. You know how long 7 hours is?
Yeah.
It's a lot. Now, I do understand that it's like, okay, well, if they land on 3 songs and skip all 3, then what happens? Well, it's an ecosystem I'm creating. I have this interview show that's content. I have content that's content. I do talking shit too. So what I'm getting at is I feel like artists, not everyone has to do this, but I feel like artists need to get back to creating a world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we have a blog that has the lyrics and the stories behind the songs, the date it was recorded.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm saying? Like we
on the website thing, you guys. Yeah, that's dope.
We're creating a world for people to be like, because bro, you can find good music anywhere. If every recording device stopped working tomorrow for the rest of time, we have all the good music we will ever need for the rest of life.
Yeah, that's facts. And in the beginning of me doing music, every project was 20, 25 songs. It was right. Because at that point, I remember being like, I thought everything I did was dope and it needed to go out. But that's the point of like finding yourself and put you know, that's the beginning stages of an artist. But as you grow into, like you said, where you're at now, you know that you have a different formula how you create the music and everything. And me too. Like, and I'm crazy picky when it comes to beats too. So sometimes like I can create a whole album in a matter of time, or it's just going to take me a long time because the beats got to be fired to me. Cause
it depends on what you're making, right?
Exactly, right. And then I used to tell a lot of the artists that we had, like, you got to be a chameleon and be able to rap on anything. I mean, it might not be your niche or what your go-to is, but
just try it.
Still be able to rap on it. Like, and if that doesn't work, if it doesn't work, so to speak, then you know you'll find your lane of what you like and go from there. And then when you find your voice, it's a beautiful thing because then, like for me, like it's pretty easy now. Like especially hooks and shit.
Right,
like, it's easy as shit now. And then I never, how people say they get writer's block or whatever. For me, I don't call it that. I just, if I get stuck on a song, I go to something else, and then I'll go back to that later on, maybe, because I don't want to get to that mindset to where shit, I can't come up with nothing. I just switch it to a whole different beat or something different, so that way I can keep going. Because when you get that writer's block, and I just seen J. Cole talking about that in an interview, like where it would take them a long time to do something. Like, I don't know, just for me, I'd rather switch to something or play video game or something or do something just to get my mind right. You know what I mean? Or what motivates me. A lot of times too is I love doing features with cats too. Like they'll send me something that gets me going too. Like when I did the song with Mage, Slow Burn shit. Like them times where they're like, I'm like, yo, send me something, just something different out the realm. Right. And, but yeah, I just don't like I don't like the writer's block thing. I just rather just skip it and go on to something different and go back to it later on. Man. Sometimes people will just put a bar there and put a bar there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you can kind of tell once you listen to it, like,
you just force that there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like I said, old music, I did it. Yeah. I just won't finish the song. Let me just done it. And I go back to listen to some shit, and I've heard Aztec say this shit too before. He's telling me like his old shit, he didn't like it. Yeah. And there's a lot of more misses than hits back then. Like as far as I hit the mark on songs. Right. But it's just it's like the G League.
It's the process,
it's
man.
It's just constantly. Once you get to a certain point, like
You know how many shows, like TV shows, I've seen where people are like, "Oh yeah, man! Once you get through the first season, like it's really good." My thought process goes, "Okay, if they can do that for games, shows like Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad, bro, all of us could do that." Yeah, I'm a firm believer that if you are an artist and you are bad right now, you probably don't know it. I didn't know it. Shit, I don't. If you go to my page right now, one of my pin posts is, "Give me 15 slides and I'll show you 15 years of growth." My 2010 shit, when I listen, I'm like, my friends must have been lying to me because this shit is ass. This is terrible. Yeah. But you couldn't tell me that at the time, and then you see the progress. What I'm getting at is, to your point when you say, there's definitely more misses than hits. Probably same for me. With that being said, though, music is so subjective. You just don't know who's fucking listening. You know?
And I've had songs where I didn't like it, but people were like,
That's the one.
That's fire. And then we shoot a video for it, and it becomes it's a video, like, it's called We Don't Want to Hurt Nobody.
Right.
And it's got the street new Mr. Uno, my man Hustleback. He's from Merced. He's like my favorite Merced rapper. He always on that he's like on street shit. I just love him. And he's on my last project too. He's the OG. It's him, and then my homie Loon. And so we did this song, and the video is out and everything, shot by Indica Films and shit. And I didn't like it at first. It was like, whatever. And then it gets put out, video shot, and the shit goes somewhat, I would say, Merced viral, because Uno Street News goes to the jail, and he puts the fucking like, I think the YouTube thing or the thing for the song channel on it, and you go and you look at the comments. It was like, yeah, I'm just here because I saw this shit in the county. He's like, but I like it.
But I like it.
It was like shit like that, where you just don't think certain songs are gonna hit certain ways, and I'm just like, this shit's weird. But hey, shit, that's like you said, subjective. Some people might like that, and it is what it is. And sometimes you have to run with those type of songs because you're like, oh shit, they like it. All right, fuck it, we're gonna roll with that.
Right.
But I think, as long, it's like riding a bike, right? I think as long as you constantly keep doing it and working at it, and you get better. Like you were saying, like, you're definitely gonna get better as this last album, the Camry Kondo shit. I got a country song with my man William Bailey on it. Fire. Like, and different elements I like to do. I don't like to just stay in certain shit, the country, hip hop shit. And with that project, I was like, oh, this shit is solid. This is cool. And now with the one I'm working on now, I'm like, shit, this might be better than that one.
Right.
That's what I love about it, right? Like, if you could see the evolution of it, like, yeah, it's just, and I can't never see myself not doing music. Like, honestly, whether I thought about this shit too, because moving back, I'm like, okay, now I need to set up shop over here. I need to put some money in to get a studio, and my man has a whole DJ setup and all that other shit. So we're already looking at a venue, a building, so that way we can.
But you have all the qualities of somebody it takes to get it back popping.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, we need to. I just can't see always doing this. Like, I don't know what the fuck I would do if I wasn't doing music besides working. Yes, but I mean, and they're doing family shit and all that other stuff. But like, on off time, I'm writing, or I'm trying to reach out or network. Or I'm like, on those down times that I have, like, there's times at work, because we can't be on our phones like this shit don't work no more. But I'm working while I'm working. That used to always be my motto in the group homes too. Like, I'll be right back. I go outside, I'm on the phone with a promoter at work at the group homes and shit. Like, so my motto was working while I'm working, to try to get shows, in which we did. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful journey, and I think and I never looked into it like, oh, we need to make it real big, or we need to do this. It was just keep doing this shit because we love it.
Keep pushing forward.
And then if it happens, it happens. If not, maybe I find the next artist that I can put under the wing and help them get to where they need to be. Because that's another thing that I pride myself in, is just putting on so many artists. Right. On shows, or doing songs with them, or you name it. As soon as I met Slow Burn and them, I already knew. At Rob shit, I was like, oh yeah, those guys got it. Like, oh, we're gonna go. Like, we're putting them on on shit. Yeah. And I think I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, and because Johnny Boy was promoting, and he manages Acito and shit like that. That Johnny gave Slow Burn their first headline shit in San Jose. So that's what we pride in, is just fucking with artists. Like, when we did Now Fest 2022, Slow Burn and them was on it. Aztec and them was on it too. Ace Boogie was my co-host for that shit. Yeah, I want to say he performed too. 2022 still seems so long ago. You know what I mean?
4 years ago.
Yeah, and so I continued that with. We're talking 10 plus years ago of artists. Like I said, on those Now Fest, bro, the opening acts was 20, 30 opening acts. Yeah. So, and we had to boop, 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 put them all on, that's one of the big things, and to see a lot of the artists that I've dealt with and that have been on my squad and all that become real men, fathers, businessmen, doing shit like that. Like, this music shit is beautiful and we can do that shit, but if you ain't a good father or
good man,
period, then you ain't shit to me. Like, in my eyes, like, so
I've been saying that.
I take that's my big pride. And then seeing artists get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Whether, we did a thing called the Drip Expo, which was fashion, food, all that shit. And we had GB as a headliner. And then to see him go, continue to do what he's doing and having a hand in helping a lot of the artists, because I don't want to be no so to speak, gatekeeper of a Merced. Because something goes in Merced, I'm always getting a call. Oh, y'all guys doing that? Nah, like,
but that's cool.
But it's dope to do that, And another ones that and recent ones is and I got a song with what's it, Domo.
Oh, Domo Duce?
Bro, she's dope as fuck.
She's hella cool. Yeah.
And I got her on a song for my next album.
Yeah.
And Moolah, baby. He's reeking, so shout out, bro. Like, I'm reeking. If you reeking, but we working. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as they introduced me, I'm like, oh yeah, we got to do shit, and we need to do something soon. Like, I'm always like, that's my thing. Like, I work with so many artists, bro. When I did my mixtapes, I did Ambassador mixtape. I did a bunch of mixtapes with that. Like I said, 20, 30 songs, and on there I had Bloods, Crips, you name it. If they were rapping at the time, I was networking and putting them on shit, whether it be shows and all that other stuff. So that to me is a big thing. Like, I want, like, continue the networking and putting this shit, because we're way bigger together than we are, like, separated, and that's why I reached out to even with the radio shit. And I mean, and you're more than welcome too. If you have the audios to these interviews, as that be your show on our station, and you control the whole hour. You control your sponsors on that page. Whatever money you get off that is yours. We
don't have to link off camera.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Have them know my business.
Yeah. So I offered that to, like, everybody that we work with.
We are the nine,
slow burning them, and everybody got lives and they have things to do. And I told them, whenever you're ready, tap in with us. And we'll put you into that network, because this app we're going through is it's called Live 365. So you just download the app and boom, you play the radio station. It counts spins, all that. So if your songs are playing, I did so much research on the ways to go, because we're like, oh, we're going to do it through a website, and we're going to do it through this, we're going to do this, we're going to create an app. And I'm like, why am I doing all these when I could just go right to this right here? It gives us a program to load up everything. It counts spins. It does everything. There is commercials that they'll play on there, but it makes us legitimizes us too, because now you're hearing big business on there as well.
Right.
And then with that, opportunity comes with them if they start seeing the views and all that. And I wanted the people that came in to control their whole shit, their whole hour show. Yeah. Because now whatever money they get off it, whether it be sponsors, whatever, that's their shit. Like with radio, when we were Hot 104.7, we had to pay that to pay that much money to and I didn't want to do that. I'm like, this don't cost crazy. Let's show the talent, the independent talent. That was my whole round. We have this dude, his Modesto. He fuck with Moolah and them. SB James. Okay. He's in like a DJ thing. DJ Karma's from Merced. She's gonna do something. The CNO host guys, Third Hour Collective, they're gonna do it. And all of them are gonna be like DJ type things where they do mixes and show and put that together. Yeah. And me and Johnny got the Hotbox show coming back where we, interview independent artists, topical about stuff, like probably talk about Lil Russell and, those type of shits. And a lot
of stuff going on.
And then we talk a little bit about the cannabis industry. And then we have another girl from Modesto that's going to do like, you ever Angela Lee? She has a show called Lip Service. Something like that. So we're going to have different shows. It's a 24-hour radio station. So it's going to be running 24/7. Majority of it, like we're going to have a block of shows. But the rest of it's just going to be playing independent artists, it's music, so that's the constant spin, and it's our way of like giving back,
Right.
like to show the light. Because when we were on Hot 104.7, we had the Hot Box, and some of these shows are still on YouTube and shit. It's funny to go back and listen to like, but it sounded exactly like a radio station,
right?
And the songs were fire. Like we know what's, you know, and it's not. It don't have to be a club bangers. It'd be a dope ass song, and that's what we wanted to highlight too. Is we don't want to just be like slap it with the dick type shit.
Yeah.
Real rap, you know, different, because there's
a mixture.
Yeah, there's so many different genres of rap.
Yeah,
in rap, right? And you'll get, you know, this is real rap or this isn't, or this. No, it's all what it's supposed to be. What your perspective is, or what you like, and you know, we're gonna mix it up. Like, we plan on playing country. If I get rock bands that send me music and it's cool, we'll probably create a thing for that. And I actually had a guy out of Chowchilla that is in a rock band. I told him the same thing. Hey, bro, you know rock? I don't know the independent rock scene.
Come on, yeah.
You get a whole hour. You can play this rock, and your people like, because I don't want to just keep this hip hop.
Right. Because
then we're in a box. If I want to...
You want to make it as big of a show you can.
Rock, reggae, like...
Right, alternative.
And different alternative hour shows to where people tune in. And it's kind of like I was telling you about the radio station X103.9.
Yeah.
Hip hop, rock, and alternative music. So you got a blast of, it'd be like Fat Joe Lean Back. And then next it's, Flyleaf. Yeah. Fully Alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just remember that because I remember one time... my guy Mikey was like, he was like, introduce this next song. And I was juiced because, you know, Fat Joe, he's Puerto Rican and you know, whatever. And I was like, it was Fat Joe and Lean Back, da da da. And then the program director called us from Monterey and was like, hey, tell him that he can't never be that enthusiastic about an artist again. And I was thinking, what? Well, I can't be enthusiastic about an artist that I like. Like, that should make somebody listening want to listen to it even more. Right. Yeah, just like you were saying, somebody has to like it first before other people, you know. So it was just, you know, the roads of it.
It's crazy, man. But you know what? I really appreciate not only you being on the show. I appreciate that you're putting other artists on. I appreciate what it is that you're doing. Tell the people where they can follow you at.
You can Instagram at Gotm _Bellicheck Bellicheck BELLCHECK on Instagram and on TikTok. I don't really do the Facebook. It's more like the family thing, but Instagram's kind of my main thing. I've learned like and I'm learning more on TikTok. Like you can get some views on that shit, like pretty quick. But I barely started that. But Instagram's my main one, and then when I upload music on that shit, I get more views than I do like Spotify's or anything. Right. I put music video or I put a song up and I'm getting like, you know, good amount of views. And then I go on Spotify, I'm like, man, shit on here. It seems like more people are on social media way more than they are. Like, even my lady, she kind of gets on my nerves sometimes, like constantly. Right. Social media on her phone, reels or you know what I mean? It's like, people like, that's why radio is dead, bro. Like, majority of the time, like if I drive back to Merced now, I might even just Bluetooth my shit and listen to something podcast or something on my phone instead of the average time people spend on the radio now is 30 minutes. The average time people spend on their phones is hours. Hours, bro. But yeah, man, it's that is a problem that I don't know how soon in the future we could solve, but I really do appreciate you coming on the show, man. Hell yeah. Y'all go follow Gotm. Yeah, April 20th, 420, NowGen Radio. And then the Langvet album coming soon too. Yes, sir. And I appreciate you for having me, bro. For real, for real.